Good evening. My name is Kevin Gilmore with the National Weather Service New Orleans Baton Rouge office located in Salado, Louisiana. This is your weekly weather briefing for Sunday, December 18th. Starting off with the situation overview, we have a lot to discuss with a lot of big changes in the weather coming up. First, we're going to be talking about some light rain or some light drizzle increasing from the west early tomorrow. That'll be on the day on Monday. That'll become a little bit more widespread Monday afternoon, especially into the overnight hours, but then we'll see some of this diminishing through the day on Tuesday. Relatively quiet Wednesday and Thursday, albeit still relatively cool. Now, late Thursday into Friday, that's where we're going to really be focusing on a strong Arctic cold front coming through, delivering a blast of cold air, high winds, and even dangerous wind chills early Friday into Saturday. And that's where we're going to be talking about the bulk of this briefing here coming up towards the later part here shortly. Then it's going to be staying cold Sunday into next week, but we'll talk about Christmas briefly, but it will be staying dry as well. So starting off with the rain timing for tomorrow, this graphic on the left shows you in colors around the times you will be seeing the rain developing or falling in your location. Again, like we just said, it's going to be relatively light to start, maybe some drizzle. We'll be surprised maybe there is, since this is a time range, you may see some of the drizzle maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later, but this is a general approximation of what we're expecting from the left. So you see the start times on your left. That's during the day on Monday, and the end time is on the right, mostly during the afternoon hours, that 12 to 6 o'clock time frame for a large portion of the area. A little bit later towards coastal Mississippi as it departs towards the east. Generally speaking, as far as rainfall totals go, we're going to be expecting around an inch to maybe an inch and a half for some locations. It's going to vary depending on where you are. We could see a little bit of a corridor of heavier rainfall totals towards the north, and even also again close to coastal areas of southeast Louisiana, where there could be some thunderstorms for marine areas. But generally speaking, we're not expecting vast amounts of excessive rainfall that would lead to a notable flash flood risk. Rather, we're just going to be seeing higher rainfall totals of an inch to an inch and a half, maybe coming up to 2 inches for some isolated locations for that long duration. We're talking about almost like a 12-hour time frame. So just be aware that we'll be having to deal with some rain Monday and on Tuesday. Now, talking about the 5-day weather impact overview here. Now, what we just talked about was the rain chances Monday and Tuesday. So to break things down, we're next going to be talking about the very cold weather coming late Thursday into Friday. Those are your two impact time frames for the next 5 days for this upcoming week. So let's spend some time talking about that. Like we just mentioned, it's going to be turning very cold late Thursday into Friday. We're going to be having a cold front blast through the region with temperatures falling like a rock. You see there on the very bottom is the key messages is that we will be seeing with this high winds and very cold temperatures will come dangerous wind chills. That's what you see on the right there. There's your minimum wind chill forecast for Friday morning. We're talking about widespread single digits for a large part of the area, which is going to be very impactful, especially to those that are going to be outside or exposed to this type of temperatures. And that's why precautions need to be taken in advance to prepare for this cold weather. Even going in through the weekend, Friday night to Saturday morning, there's your low temperatures on the left, and then your Saturday afternoon highs on the right. That's your general time range of expected temperatures. We're seeing again another morning with temperatures in the teens to lower 20s. Another likely hard freeze for a large portion of the area. High Saturday afternoon will be barely crawling out of the 30s, maybe touching the lower 40s for most areas, regardless of seeing sunshine. So very cold weather is going to be approaching late week into the weekend. And again, with that cold front, like we mentioned before, we will be having dangerous marine conditions from high winds. You see, this is the forecast max wind gust range from 12 a.m. Thursday through 12 a.m. Friday. So this is going to be for that bulk of when that front passes through. You see the high winds are going to be in that 25 to 35 mile per hour range. Then getting up towards, even possibly towards some of the higher wind gusts across the coastal marine areas. We're talking about gale force conditions likely across all marine areas with this front passing. That extends all the way through Saturday as well. So again, potential very significant impacts for marine areas. That includes all types of vessels across lakes and sounds is going to be likely with this type of front that passes through. And then towards the weekend, like we talked about with Christmas coming up, the same Arctic air mass remains settled in place. We're talking about very cold, below normal temperatures Sunday, even going beyond Christmas into Monday and Tuesday. Chances of white Christmas, we're talking about near 0%, just not really seeing that much of a indication of any type of impactful systems during the Christmas time frame. But of course, confidence remains low. We're talking about the next 5, 6, 7 days out, even beyond that. So check back for the future updates with more details. So to summarize, like we mentioned before, again, light rain and drizzle increasing during the day on Monday, become more widespread late Monday into Tuesday. That'll be out of here towards the afternoon on Tuesday. Quiet Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're going to have to really watch the late Thursday into Friday Arctic cold front coming through, a blast of Arctic air coming through. We're pretty much telling people that now is the time to prepare ahead of times about the 4Ps. We're talking about protecting people. That's check on the elderly. Pipes, any exposed pipes to wrap them. Plants, bring plants in as well that are exposed to this type of temperatures, and pets, please bring them inside or ensure they have good, like a roof or some type of a shelter with a roof on it and blankets. So plan in advance. We usually talk about this in advance, probably like the day or 2 days ahead, but since this is such a significant system, this is going to be a very good time to make sure you prepare or protect your house or people living in your house from this types of cold weather. You don't want people to venture outside. You want them to make sure they're covered, and thick jackets. Protection from the dangerous wind chills is going to be very vital. So we'll be posting more information as we get closer into this event. And again, beyond that, going into Sunday for Christmas into next week, we'll be staying dry, but it'll be still cold, even all the way to 7+ days beyond into the forecast. So that concludes this briefing. Hope you have a great week. Stay warm and take care.